Hey Club, it is Pixie, and I am joined today by...
Steve!
It's Steve!
Yay!
This manst has been in one other video, and it was a Christmas video like 2 months ago. When was Christmas?
December.
Oh my god, okay, thanks. It is almost V-Day, and in the spirit of V-Day, and also in the spirit of hanging out with my boyfriend on the internet, we decided to do a Q&A, because you guys don't really know who he is or what he's doing here.
Or it doesn't really matter.
Who's this man? No one knows. So we posted another matchy pic. We've done 2 really cute matchy outfit pics. Thank you for doing those with me. They are the funnest thing on earth. And we asked you guys for some hot cues for us to A.
Yes, we got lots of questions.
Lots of cues.
The first one. And then, how is your mental health?
Honestly, really, really good.
Yeah,
for the
she's
past
doing great.
48 hours. So, we're basically, I'm cured.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thanks. Okay, part of the whole reason we decided to do this video is because we wanted to tell the story of how we met, because it's really funny. And I was like, I bet if we do a Q&A, someone will ask that. So we got that asked several times, but I'm going to use Katie's question because she is super cute.
Can I just entertain for a moment?
What?
What if nobody asked that? What a predicament.
I would be really embarrassed. I'd be like, Pixelox asks.
We met a couple times before this, like, pivotal point in the story. There was a few instances where I was, like, out with friends and, you know, I'd see Pixelox.
In the flesh!
There she is.
Working at Claire's.
Oh my goodness. One of the defining moments in the story was when, I was in journalism school, and for a story idea, I was like, maybe it was like, let's talk about YouTuber burnout or something like that.
It was Logan Paul.
It was Logan Paul in Japan.
This was Suicide Forest time.
I was like, Logan Paul, Suicide Forest. How did that make YouTubers feel? Do I know a YouTuber? I do know a YouTuber. There happens to be one on the island.
No.
I'm gonna send her an email. And I did. I said, hey Jillian.
I bet we can put them on the screen.
We can probably put them on the screen. Yeah. I was like, hey Jillian, doing a story, blah, 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 blah. Would love to get your insight. I don't know if I used those words exactly. To which you were like, yeah, so you replied a little bit later, but you're like, sorry for the late response. Yeah, I'd totally love to do the story. I was like, great, just to let you know, it's a video piece, I'm gonna need to like shoot blah, 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 blah. You just never responded. You just ignored it.
I'm really bad with emails and I'm really sorry. I need a reminder because my inbox is full of bullshit. And there's a lot going on. I've started starring things that I need to reply to, and then I'll get a starred email saying you received this 3 days ago, want to reply? And I'm like, yes. So, yes, basically,
correction.
We kind of sort of met by Steve meeting me like 3 times, me not remembering who he was, and then him trying to get me to do an interview for a journalism piece, and then me saying yeah, and then never doing it. I'm so sorry.
I didn't get any marks for that.
Hey, no, you must have done something else.
And to correct you, your email is just full of student journalists who are not getting their stories done. I can probably find about 3 if I were to look through.
I'm sorry, journalists! I do a number of interviews, but they do kind of make me anxious. Well, I mean, what if they spin it? What if they're like, hey, what's your favorite color? And I'm like, pink. And then they're like, that's red, but lighter blood. You love to kill people. Like, that's the degree to which people reach sometimes.
Our first physical interaction. Okay.
Okay, can I handle this part?
Before you say anything, she only remembers it because I had blue hair.
Okay, so, yeah. It's early summer, I would say, and I am living my single life, and I go to, there's a local bar on PEI that had a My Chemical Romance tribute show. So it was a band called, I think, Little Cities, and they did this whole My Chemical Romance set, and it was like the sickest night of my life. So I went with John, one of my best friends, and I meet Maggie there, good friend of Steve. She now knows that I had a huge crush on her. So Steve and Maggie were there. Also Melissa was there as well. I was there with John. Steve and I meet. I think it's for the first time. He has blue hair. I think that's hot. But I mostly am trying to flirt with his best friend. So, sorry about that. Since realized she's straight, love you, Maggie, you're the best. We are all good, we are still all friends. However, that was our first real interaction, and I think that is how we, like, added each other on Facebook and stuff, and knew we existed. Basically, when we first met, we were both quite, like, party animals. And we would go out, like, every weekend with our squad. That lasted literally one summer, but it was a golden summer of youth.
It was.
And then we calmed down, and now all I do is, draw and, like, watch Netflix.
We're so mild.
We are very mild. We lost our edge, Steve. What happened? So we just kind of kept hanging out in that friend group for a while, and then Steve and I started flirting pretty hard. There was a lot of flirts happening. Couple smooches. Couple. And yeah, we started officially dating on June 12th, 2018. So it hasn't been that long, but I love him.
I love you too.
Breaking news. Breaking news. So that's the story of how we met. I think it's pretty cute.
I think what makes it the best is just that, like, I met you 4 times before that, and you had no recollection
It's funny.
of who I was. And then when I brought it up, she was like, that was you?
It's funny because it makes me sound like such a bad person.
Louise Rennie X asks, how do you guys get over a clash in interests or taste? Either with what to watch on TV, decorating, etc., etc.
That's an amazing question. I think we have that down to a science, to be honest.
Yeah.
Often with watching things online, or like watching things at the end of the day, we almost always have 2 things going. One that you've seen that you're showing me, or one that's like Steve's pick, and one that's like mine that I'm showing him, or my pick. Like right now we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm showing Steve Koei Girl, which is the drama that they made for the Precure 15th anniversary about Precure voice actors. It's so cute.
It's actually, it's pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yay!
We have like a system whereby we'll like give it maybe 5 or 6 episodes, and like if it's really not clicking,
Yeah.
then we just move on.
Like, I hated Daredevil. You didn't like Princess Tutu.
Yeah.
He also didn't like Doremi, which is kind of a strike against you. But he really likes Precure.
To be fair,
Do you like Precure?
I think it's wholesome.
Okay. You tell me you like Precure.
Look, when I'm watching Precure with you, I imagine myself in a situation, if I had a child and the child loved Paw Patrol, I'm gonna watch Paw Patrol with my kid.
Are you saying I'm an 8-year-old boy watching Paw Patrol?
No, I'm saying you're a 12-year-old girl watching Precure. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
When we first started dating, we both were like, okay, sis, buckle in. I was like, you gotta watch all of Go Princess Precure, and you were like, you have to watch every single Marvel movie. And so we both did that.
We skipped Hulk and Thor: The Dark World.
Is that Thor 2?
Yeah.
We missed the second one of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was really good for us to do because you like showed me your passion in your world and I showed you my passion in my world, and then I think it really helped to like get to know each other.
Yeah.
And we still pretty much do that.
And it was cool because we draw a lot of parallels between like my favorite things and her favorite things. Like we're watching Precure, I'll make a couple comparisons to Marvel and be like, if this was a Marvel movie, they'd probably do this.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to watching things, we're pretty good. On the Daredevil note, I learned something very important about Jillian's personality, and that is she's very, she doesn't like things that are super dark.
No.
At least in, like, because like I think it was the first episode of Daredevil where like there was human trafficking or something, and she was like, I just don't like this, and I was like, I get that.
I
like,
watched the whole thing like silently almost, and then at the very end I was like, Steven?
Never again.
I think everyone wants to know how you feel about my home decor. And I think in my life, every partner I have, people online are like, you're forcing your rainbows on them. How do you feel about our house? How do you feel about all this going on?
It's cozy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Be super honest.
I've never had a problem with the cutesy aesthetic. I think, for me, like, I kind of see this as a stepping stone. Like,
Yeah.
I came in...
You're living in what was originally, like, my house.
Yeah, and you were gonna solo it originally, right?
But if we moved into, like, our house, then I wouldn't be like, let's paint the walls rainbow. I'd want to paint the walls.
But we talk about it.
Yeah,
first.
I wouldn't be like, sorry, I need my rainbow wall or death. I am extremely open to compromise. Like, Steve was like, babe, I hate that rug and I hate that mirror. And I yeeted both of them. I was like, okay, we're gonna move this to a place that, like, Steve doesn't have to look at it.
I think we have a pretty good understanding of each other's preferences.
And I always ask. I was like, I messaged you one day and I was like, babe, can I put an easel right here? And you were like, sure. And then I was like, can I put a Precure poster right here? And you were like, yeah.
To be fair, that's not a Precure poster, it's a
It's
calendar.
a Precure calendar.
It is a calendar, and therefore it serves
a function.
A function.
William Morris said, do not keep anything in your house that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful. I'm slightly obsessed with the arts and crafts movement from early 1900s. So thanks, school, for making me cry at pots. Wolfie Chan asks, hi Pixie, if you could compare your relationship to any anime couple, who would it be and why? Love your style. I guess I'm the anime guru. I didn't really think about that. I feel like I compare us to Jenna and Julian a lot, but I also know that that's not an anime.
I was about to say that. That is probably my least favorite anime.
Wow! Rude! Jenna Marbles!
But a good couple.
I can't think of a comparable anime couple, actually. Sorry, I thought that question was really cool, then I realized I have no response for it. I feel like we're both Pisces. We're both goofy. We're both, like, flamingly bisexual, and that's not represented in anime a lot. And I think that's a big part of both of our personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kermit, stop crying asks, where is Steve from? That's none of your business.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Let's talk about this. I come from a very, very, very tiny province, a little island called Prince Edward Island off the coast of eastern Canada. And our culture is thick with memes about potatoes and fiddle and laughing at people that come from the mainland or away. And I think that that is cute because you are from away. He's from Ontario.
I'm from Ontario. I'm from Thunder Bay, Ontario. Middle of nowhere.
Confetti Club, who is sweet Mika, who I love very much, asks, what's Steve's favorite anime?
Oh, you want to guess?
Do I want to...
Yeah.
Is it one I've shown you?
I'm not going to say anything. You have to guess.
Is it Princess Jellyfish?
No.
Is it Erased? It's not Rick and Morty the anime, is it?
No.
By that I mean Steins Gate. That's another show that you tried to show me and I was like, I'm sorry, I absolutely detest every character in the show.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because we didn't get to the good bits.
Sorry.
Steins Gate is really good. I think it's really good.
We didn't get to the good part of During the Other.
That's true. I have to say Erased kind of takes the cake for me. I'm assuming that a lot of your viewers have probably seen it. I don't know, maybe everyone just watches a magical girl anime, you know?
That's not true.
I don't know. There's a lot of different tastes for different people, but I really like compelling, deep, gritty storytelling, and I felt like the mature themes that show explored mixed in with, and it's not really a spoiler, time travel, right? I just thought it was excellent. So yeah, I'd say that's my favorite anime. What do you love most about each other? Happy Valentine's Day!
I love that you're driven and passionate and you are really inspired. Steve does a lot of writing and he's really into like videography and journalism and stuff, and even though as of right now, you do not have like a job in your field, which sucks and is unfair and he deserves it. but I love that you have that like drive to create that I also have. I find that's really kind of rare. And you're extremely sweet and very handsome.
One of the other questions was if who wears the pants and who cooks or something like that. So we answered that one.
I also favorited who wears the pants, but...
She wears the pants.
Okay.
I cook a lot.
You cook because I've been too sad to.
Yeah, but she cooks amazing wedges.
I do. I bake a good potato.
The things that I love most about you.
Don't know.
Have you seen this beautiful woman? Like, I think your followers have a pretty good understanding. Because, you know, they watch you every time you upload. They see your face all the time. But, like, I am so fortunate and privileged to be able to come home at the end of the day and I see this beautiful woman every day. And it's like my favorite part of the day is coming home from work and she's there.
I look forward to you coming home every day.
I just love your charisma, your energy. I love how even in the toughest of times you still have something to smile about, whether it's, you know, magical girls or your boyfriend.
Yes, that too.
Both. But yes, I think your positivity is definitely what draws me to you. And like you said with me, we both have a wicked amount of drive.
Yeah.
We both want to succeed. And I think because we both want to succeed, we're like invested in each other's lives.
I want you to succeed. You want me to succeed.
Right? And I've mentioned to you that I want to go with you to places. Like, I want to travel with her. I want to watch her. Trying not to get emotional. Why am I the one who gets emotional?
I have no feelings left.
I'm the one who cries during the rom-coms, fun fact. I just want to see where her career goes, and I want her to see where my career goes, because I feel like we both complement each other, and I feel like no matter what we're doing, we'll always be working on like similar things, and we'll always have some exciting updates for each other. Like, oh, I got this opportunity, or
so to smack your head.
But yeah, no, that's what I love most about you is your drive, your passion,
Aww.
and your
Twins.
Your kindness. She's so kind. Like, she is so kind.
Thank you.
Her love of animals is a big thing. One of the things that I look for in someone is how they treat their animals, and she loves her cats so much. Sometimes I'm like, does she love her cats more than me?
Probably.
But like, you know, she's just kind. So you gotta find someone who's kind.
You're kind too.
Thanks.
Except when you're not.
Except when I'm not.
Thom Dwad asks, what is your favorite thing to go out and do together? This might be different for each person. My favorite thing that we have done is probably picnic on the water by the sunset. And we did that once and it was the best.
Yeah.
I can't wait for summer to come so we can go sit in the grass and hold hands and like maybe like drink a smoothie. That's the best.
Yeah, it sucked because like I loved that, and then winter hit.
Winter hit before Halloween did. I had snow on my pumpkins, so like our beautiful days of picnics were whisked away in the wind over the water.
Stuff like that. I think being outside, just in nature, is the best. Because we always have
nature.
We do like to be outside. We get cabin fever.
Oh yes.
A lot.
I get shack wacky.
But in terms of like places we like to go, where do you like to go the most?
Cat cafe. There's a cat cafe in town now, and it opened kind of recently, and like it is such a good cat cafe. It is so nice, and it's a good size, and they have delicious drinks, and it's the best. And it's called Perfect Cup.
With
and
like 3 hours?
Just 2.
2 hours.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, I love going to the cat cafe, and I love having picnics. And I love walking around in public and holding your hand so people know that we are together. Oh my god, the other day we were walking down the mall and then I was like, is there anywhere else you want to go? And you were like, no. And I was like, are we just walking down this runway? Because we were like wearing our matching fits. And you were like, I think we are. And we were like, not actually.
And then an old man looked at me and said,
you look like Justin Bieber.
that is so inaccurate.
No, you do!
I do not.
I didn't realize until the old man at the mall said it.
Put a picture over you right now. Put them side to side. Ready? 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 We look nothing alike. Tell us in the comments, do I look like Justin Bieber? Cassidy the Lizard asks,
Me too.
what do you recommend for someone that is planning on going into art college / university? I'm really scared and nervous about it. Please.
Please!
Oh wait, no, this is PS. Love you.
Oh, I thought you said
Please.
So I'm not an expert, but I am definitely someone who has recently started art school and has so far survived. I think it depends on your college or university, for sure, because mine is quite chill and small. I would say if you haven't applied yet, make sure your mental and emotional well-being is stable enough so that you will not only be able to do it, but enjoy it. And if you're good on that front, then honestly, it's not too scary. Like, art students are pretty understanding and pretty accepting. Like, I don't feel that weird walking around my school. There are 4 of us that dress weird in our school though, and all the teachers are like, oh my god, another one. It's really funny. They're like, oh my god, it's another Amy. And I'm like, my name's Jillian. Anyway, love you, Amy. It depends on what you're nervous about, but definitely like make a cozy space in your home for you to do your work, because I think that I struggled with. I have my little like art space back here now, which is awesome. So I actually have a place to put all my stuff, because art school requires like so much. You have gouache, you have big ass rulers, you have 3 different sketchbooks, you have big things of Mayfair and cartridge paper and wood blocks and palette knives and palettes, and you have to bring a mason jar to color study, otherwise you're using like a solo cup to make sure. Anyway, basically, number 1, don't worry, art students are cool and we're all weird here. It's like a whole school of like people that were outcast in high school and we're all cool now. 2, make a cozy space in your home so that you will actually like do all of your homework, because there's a lot. And 3, have fun, because it's awesome and you will learn things that change the way you see the world. Oh my god, me learning about Art Nouveau and William Morris, like, I'm so shook about that man's like circular leaves.
I was watching your hand. I was like, when's it gonna hit me? You were like,
I'm sorry.
And art.
I grew up in French immersion, so I speak with my hands because I grew up like speaking it my second language in school all the time. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Control Brie asks, do you guys ever want to do like couple cosplays for a convention? Well, we were thinking about doing like Ball Gown Flora and like Prince Canada from GoPre, because we both watched it and both enjoyed it, and like they are dream romansu. You really want to do like a Marvel one for Infinity War. Do you still want to do that? Yeah. I called it Infinity War, sorry. Infinity War 2.
Yeah, Happy Valentine's Day. I love you.
I know it's called Endgame.
We're in the endgame now.
I'm smart.
I don't really have a specific thing in mind if we did a Marvel cosplay. I thought it'd be cool if we did like Star-Lord and Gamora, but if there's any Marvel fans watching, we don't like we don't like Star-Lord. We don't like Star-Lord at the moment. He is not okay. He's problematic.
What'd he do?
Because he's the reason. You're gonna have to beep this out because it's a big spoiler. He's the reason that.
I'm gonna like play that in reverse. Long story short, yes, we want to do couple cosplays.
Yes.
We just don't have any planned, like, we don't have any emotion right now.
I mean, if we did She-Ra, which is a possibility, because we both love She-Ra.
Don't be the pirate.
Come on. But like, if we really did She-Ra, and maybe if I hit the gym a little bit, I can be He-Man.
Steven, you're He-Man no matter what.
Oh,
you're beautiful.
That is body positivity right there.
That is true. You are my favorite He-Man.
He-Man can be a lanky little bi boy. He's probably bi. Have you looked at He-Man?
Okay.
That is a man who is bi energy 100%.
Do you see why he needs to be like a YouTube theorist? You're just like, yep, I think He-Man's bi.
Nico Newt asks, how is co-parenting? How is Steve with the kitties? Did him and Serena bond right away? Does Stickers love his dad? That is a lot of questions. What do you think?
That's a lot of questions and they all have different answers.
Start with like Serena. Let's talk about me and Serena.
So, Neen has never liked dudes, and I don't know why. I don't know why. She runs away from my dad, she runs away from my brother, she kind of likes John. Sorry. But like anyone who's tall, and especially like anyone who makes sound in the floor when they walk, she's like, that is freaking me out, goodbye. So, Neen and Steve have an interesting relationship. But she's still my beautiful princess. Literally this morning, I was like, should I build my cat a castle because she's a princess? Okay, if our house was a castle, I would be the queen. Mm-hmm. You would be the king. Neen is the princess, and Stickers is the jester.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, Stickers loves Steve. Maybe even more than he loves me. Because you guys, like, you were the first one to hold him. And like you're both dudes, you're both like bros. And
yeah, we play ball together.
You play ball together, you like fix your trucks together.
He's my son. And I love him. I love him.
I love being cat parents. It really feels like our house is like a happy little family. Yeah. It really feels like that. I don't think we have favorite children, but I think our children have picked favorite parents.
I think someone else asked, not who my favorite cat was, but if I wanted a dog. The answer is yes, I would love a dog. But Jillian does not like dogs as much. Doesn't hate dogs.
Yeah, I would collaborate on a dog.
Yeah.
But I have always had like a huge fear of dogs. I was that like B-word who would go over to a friend's house and their mom would be like, we have to hide the dog because that kid looks like it's so uncomfortable. And I was the kid. So
I think Stickers is the closest thing to a dog without getting a dog. Yeah. Because he will play fetch.
Sticky plays fetch like there's no tomorrow. So
and he's very playful. Like he'll bite, you know, but not like too hard that you're like bleeding. He's just very playful. Oh my gosh, he's right there.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice you picked him up.
Our son is here.
But yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to him?
I love you.
That was really cute. Mary Mahowitch. Is your name supposed to be Mahowitch, or is that your actual last name? I wish that was my last name. Do either of you feel any bi erasure from being in a quote-unquote straight relationship? You guys are so adorable, BT dubs. Thanks. Let's talk about that. Steven and I are both flamingly queer, but man, woman.
There's a cat here
What
too.
does that mean?
Can I say the pride story? Can I tell them about the pride story?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pride 2018. I was like, we should march with a bi flag. And you were a bit reserved about it at first.
I was really nervous because I was like, we were a new relationship. This was maybe a month in. And that's not what made me anxious, but I was like, people didn't know about it yet. It wasn't crazy public. And I was like, should we march in pride holding hands? If you're a dude and I'm a girl, will people be mad even though we're both LGBT? Even though we're both LGBT, and I think it should be okay, and I would encourage anyone who's bi, even if you're in like a hetero looking or a straight passing relationship, I think is like the correct term. I encourage you to still go stand up for who you are, because it's a whole culture and it's a whole part of your identity. It's not just like, oh, Bob and Vagine or Ween. It influences so much of who you are. What do you think?
I think bisexuality is one of those, it's very unique. If you're bisexual, I think that is it's an amazing gift because you can look at everyone and have the same level of, I guess, that same feeling of attraction towards everyone.
It's exactly the same feeling.
And like, that's a beautiful thing, and a lot of people don't understand that, and you know, like, on both sides, whether it's someone who's maybe a fundamentalist who disagrees with homosexuality, or if it's someone in the LGBT community who thinks, and there are people out there who say, just pick one. Right?
No!
And like, that is not the case.
No!
And,
don't want to. I love everyone, sorry.
if you're bisexual and like, that resonates with you, you're valid, okay? Don't let anyone tell you to pick one. You just be yourself, alright?
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed if you're with same gender or, you know, opposite, or someone who's non-binary. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Right? Just be you, okay?
And you might get flack online. Like, I know, definitely, that's one thing that people just can't wrap their heads around. Is like, Jillian was with a girl, and she was with a non-binary person, and now she's with a man, and that means she's straight. And I'm just like, okay, but bisexuals exist, and being confused about your sexuality is a huge thing. Last year, I had no idea what I was. I had no idea what was going on, but I know that I'm in love with Steve, and I know that I'm really happy with you.
Yeah.
And I also know that sometimes when I watch She-Ra, I have a lot of feelings about the giant Scorpio lady.
If you are bi, and you have never actually dated someone who is the same gender,
Still valid.
still valid.
Sorry, still valid.
Like, you don't you don't have to validate your sexuality by being with someone of the same sex.
Yeah.
That, don't fall for that.
Yeah.
Okay? Artsy Cookie asks,
Cute.
right? Y'all are super cute. Thank you. What are both of your favorite cures from Precure? Double heart.
Do you want to go first?
Please.
The most dramatic question. Would you like to begin? My favorite cures, I literally refuse to pick between these two women that have like taught me how to be myself. One is Cure Flora and the other is Cure Marine. Cure Flora is an endlessly warm, strong, kind, beautiful icon who is fighting for friends and love in her dreams. Cure Marine is a spicy little firecracker who runs the fashion club and sews and lives above a boutique and is adorable, and I love them both. Steve's reasoning is hilarious, because I know what you're gonna say.
But before I go on, I'd like to add at least a runner-up to your list. I've seen the way she reacted to Curiel.
Oh yeah.
So,
That's true.
I think Hugtoe is pretty cool.
Hugtoe touched my soul.
My favorite cure. I'll wait till you're done drinking your tea because I don't want you to spit it all.
Okay, go ahead.
Cure March. What series is she from again?
She's from Smile of Precure, aka Glitter Force. Tell them why you like Cure March.
I've never seen that series. But one day she showed me a video where they're all dancing on screen together. And I went, who's that green one? You know, the really obvious green one? The only one that is like true green?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, that's Cure March. And I was like, she's green, that's sick.
She's my fave because she's green.
That's it.
And I was like,
sight.
what about Cure Mint? She's also green. And you were like, no, but March is so green.
I challenge you right now, go watch like all
Precure All-Stars.
Like, go watch Precure All-Stars, right? Don't tell me that when March comes on screen, no matter how tiny she is, that you don't immediately notice her.
Why is that one so green?
She stands out. I love you because you stand out. There's a parallel here. I'm just saying. But yeah, I love this woman.
I love this manst. This video's Future Confetti Club member is here. Let's split down the middle and put it up there. This video's Future Confetti Club member is Cranberry on Instagram. I think I commented on this forever ago and forgot to actually feature it, so now I am because it's adorbs. They did this absolutely pleasant, pure, and precious illustration of myself with my favorite children. There is the Neen, there is the stick, there's flowers, there's rainbows. It's adorable. I love your art style. Thank you so much for your support.
Great work.
Yes. We love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video, which is not this one, because this one is over. And happy V-Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye!
Bye, guys.